Morning. I run an Echo PB 8010 backpack blower for my lawn care company, and there's one issue that I've run into over and over and over with this blower, and I finally figured out what it was, and figured I'd show y'all how to fix it. It's a pretty easy fix once you just figure out what it is. It used to be that just whenever I started it up and I'd be pulling the throttle, it would bog down. I'd be doing a leaf cleanup and it would just keep losing power more and more and more. I was thinking, well, maybe my fuel filter's clogged. Maybe my spark plug is going bad. Maybe it's the spark arrestor in the muffler, that little screen that's in there is getting clogged up. Until eventually one day I just happened to move it while I was looking around, and I found out my carburetor was actually loose. One thing that'll happen is the carburetor bolts will actually back themselves out just through the vibration. And so I'm going to show you how to get to it, how to fix it, and it happened to me again today. Basically, you just put some thread locker on them. They don't come with thread locker on them, and the vibrations will cause them to back out, and you don't see it because those carburetor bolts, when they back out, they go inside of the air intake. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and if you're having this issue, you can do this too to get more use out of your blower. So the problem that I was having is on the last leaf removal I just did earlier today, it had less and less power as I was going. It wouldn't idle, or it wouldn't throttle all the way up, and eventually it just died and it would not restart. And it's because the carburetor bolts that hold the carburetor on have backed out. They're side by side underneath this air intake. So when they back out, just through the vibrations, they back out inside of this. So you're not going to see that the bolts are missing. This piece, the carburetor, will wobble around. This piece right here that the air intake slides onto will wobble around, and you'll have the other running issues. So to do this job, I just have a flathead screwdriver, a T25 Torx screwdriver, and then some blue thread locker. These don't come with thread locker on the bolts, which is why they back out through the vibration. So what you want to do is you get your flathead screwdriver and you're going to loosen up this hose clamp and this hose clamp to get the air intake off. Pull her in place, back it off a little bit. You don't need to remove them completely. Stupid is. So back those off and then wiggle it to get it off. Now there is a bolt that is one bolt here and then the other bolt here. Those are the two bolts that hold the carburetor on and this air intake piece. So I'm going to do them one at a time. That way I don't have to take the whole carburetor and everything off. So I have done this once before. I did it a few years ago and they stayed in place. And then I guess, the thread locker just worked its way out or something, but it was no longer holding it. So take this bolt out because they were out before. It's got gunk on it, the gas and oil and just some dirty slimy gunk. So get your bolt, clean out the threads, wipe it off. They are fairly long, but they're both the same length, I believe, so you don't have to worry about which one comes off of which side. I use the blue thread locker. This stuff is more of a paste than the little squeeze bottle. This one, you just roll it up and it comes out of the tip there. I like it better than the little squeezy bottle because it's more of a paste and it stays in place better. So put your thread locker on there. Then you take it and you put it back in the hole. There's a little bit of gunk buildup. Scrape that out. Then put your bolt back in, screw it back in. And that thread locker will dry, and it will keep the bolts from backing back out, kind of like glue. Now use the blue thread locker, do not use the red. Difference between them is the blue thread locker allows you to take off the bolts with regular hand tools. The red thread locker requires heat. So it will just completely lock it in place, and you pretty much need a torch in order to get the red thread locker to break loose. So do not use the red thread locker. You might be thinking, well, if I put the red stuff on there and it never moves, then I'll be good to go. I'll never have to worry about this again. Well, at some point, you may need to swap out your carburetor, or you may need to do some maintenance on it and do a rebuild kit on it. Or the shop that you take it to will need to do that. And if you put the red thread locker on there, you're just kind of screwed. So here's the second bolt. Let's add some thread locker. Just kind of smear it around to get it into the threads and all around. Stick it in the hole. Now, I don't know if there's a certain torque spec on these or not, but make them good and snug, but do not over tighten them, because you are spinning those screws into an aluminum carburetor. So if you strip out those threads, you're going to have to replace your carburetor. And they can be pretty expensive for a stock carburetor. You could probably find an off-brand, but it's cheaper just to avoid the problem in the first place. So, got that. Got the thread locker on both of them. Kind of clean up a little bit of the gunk that's in there. And that is it. And you take your air intake, slide it back on. If you open this up and you find there's a bunch of dust inside of this part, up inside of here or up here, some guys will take some grease and they'll put it on the inside of both of these, and that'll seal it up a little bit better. I have heard of people complaining about that, saying that there's dust getting in through the connection points. I haven't had any issues with that myself, but you can put some grease in there and that'll help seal it up. So make sure you push those all the way back on. Then you use your flathead screwdriver to tighten them back up. All right. So now everything is back where it needs to be. It's got thread locker on it. I'm not using this blower until tomorrow, so it'll have plenty of time to set up, and shouldn't have this issue again for a good while at least. Now the other thing that can cause kind of poor running issues is your fuel filter. So make sure you swap out your fuel filters from time to time, because they can get clogged with just dust and debris that ends up being in the neck of your gas can. Like right now in the bottom of this, there's some leaves that have just were in the spout of my gas can. I try to get them out as much as I can, but it gets dirt and leaves in there. That can cause it to run poorly. If your spark plug is wearing out, or the spark arrestor up inside of your muffler, you take out this little screw right here, and this whole piece right here is a screen. That can clog up. And then I've also had the muffler itself, the exhaust port, plug up with carbon. So I had to take off this whole outside cage and take off the muffler and then scrape out the exhaust port because it had a bunch of carbon on it. Got a slight edit. I was watching through the video to make sure it made sense, and I caught myself. I said that you were screwing those carburetor bolts into an aluminum carburetor and not to over tighten them. The correct part of that is those bolts are actually going through an aluminum carburetor and they're screwing into the engine block. Now, it's the same thing because it's an aluminum engine block. So even worse if you over tighten it. If you strip out those threads on the block, it's going to cause a lot more headache. So either way, you're still stripping out aluminum. If you over tighten them, just do not over tighten it and you'll be fine. So if your blower, if this is an Echo PB8010, I would imagine the 9010s probably, they might have the same issue. I don't know, I've never used one. But if you're having these kind of issues with your blower, check into those items and look into those. The screens can be cleaned. The exhaust port, you can scrape that out to get the carbon out of it. But this particular issue with mine was the carburetor bolts backing out, causing it to not run properly because it was getting far more air than it needed to. So hopefully that'll help you. Get your machine running again. That way you don't have to buy another one or spend a lot of money at a shop to get it looked at. So hopefully that'll help you. I'm going to get back to work. Y'all be good.